What's up, YouTubers? Just a quick first impressions of the AD 20.5 with full titanium scales and 3V steel. We're just going to cover a couple things real quick, give you some first impressions. First of all, the big thing for me on this tie is, was it going to be slick or was it going to have some of that chalkiness? And for me, it has that perfect, I mean perfect chalkiness. Just under that of it reminds me of my McNeese Performance Machine Mac 2 3.5 inch, which has just enough chalkiness, maybe not quite as much as like a Chris Reeve knives, but oh man, it's great. So in that respect, I was super happy to find out that it wasn't like really slick. You know, it said smooth titanium. Oh man. So it comes in the 3V steel. Obviously that's going to be a non-stainless, super tough steel, which makes sense on a knife like this when you're going to sandwich it in between some titanium. It obviously retains a lot of toughness, and that's probably great. I think it has better edge retention than the AUS 10A. Actually, I'm sure it probably does, and it's not overly hard to sharpen. So 3V is going to be a great combination with this titanium. Also, one of the things that changes out is instead of having a back spacer here, it does go to barrel spacers. So you have kind of this half open back construction. Of course, you have your slide lock there for the shark lock. You know, that's all very similar. And nice and chamfered here, very comfortable. The weight and balance of it, that's one thing I did notice right away, is the weight and balance of this thing is perfect. I mean, it just rolls right into your hand. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing a lot of, when I do a full review of this, comparing of this with your standard AD 20.5 and with the Grivery. And then the last thing out of the gate I noticed is they do have the full pivot here, the full metal pivot. So I don't know. I may disassemble this just to see the width of the pivot and see, or the circumference of it, and see if it's actually bigger or if it's just these faces out here are larger. But you do have the metal pivots there with the Demko stamped in instead of it being on the plastic Grivery stuff. So they did include a second pocket clip. That's a great thing. So you have left side, right side. And the price, last thing, is I think it was 315. So it wasn't cheap. Your base model of these is 149, so 150 bucks. Right? This is double that. But if you think about it, upgrading the steel from the AUS 10A to the 3V, you know, and then you're getting a different pivot. That's not a whole lot more. Who knows? Maybe that's worthy of $10, $20 more. You're getting the barrel spacers here. But then the big thing is you're replacing those tie, because you know most people that don't like the Grivery on theirs replace that for 60 bucks anyway. I did with one of mine with my Carta. So all of a sudden you're in for 210. This one takes it up to $100 more for full titanium. Oh yeah. You know, the only thing I guess that just out of the gate that doesn't make a ton of sense is 3V not being a stainless steel. Even though it is tough, they could have maybe gone with some that have a little bit more stainlessness. Possibly, and then it could be possibly some sort of, I won't say like a salt series, but something that is a lot more rust proof. So now with the 3V, that kind of changes that. That's just first impressions out of the gate. Otherwise, everything else is great on this one. You know, look forward for the full review in the coming month or two as I get a chance to use it. So, but this is just kind of that first look at that. And if you're wondering about the texturing, oh yeah, it's just got that great, just enough chalkiness. So super happy with that. Was a little bit fearful of that one. And yeah, this is maybe the perfect AD 20.5 at this point in time. So hope you did enjoy this. If you did, thanks for liking and subscribing. Look forward to that future full review. Take care.